Hello everyone and welcome to Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphson and we had a couple meetings of action here in the UAE and look forward to some great action moving forward. We're going to start things off at Al-Ain this past Thursday on the 6th of February, where we had 8 races, including the first leg of the Al-Ain Marathon Series to cap it. But we kicked things off with the first race of the day. This is for 4-year-olds and up, Pure Arabian Maidens, 70,000 on the line, over 10 furlongs or 2,000 meters. This one was run impressively in the final yards by Azdahar, flying on the outside and beating out Al-Shaheen and AJS Nafa. Bernardo Pinheiro was aboard for Saeed Al-Shamsi. The final margin of victory was a length and a quarter.
Al-Shaheen and AJS Naifa go together. Then came next in running was Sahan Athbi Al-Shahaniya working through the inside. It's Al-Shaheen who hits the lead from on the outside. Dihar comes over the top of them in the late stages and goes on to win by a length and a tail.
The second race of the day was another maiden, this one for 4-year-old and up UAE breds, Pure Arabian, 70,000 on the line, and over 1 furlong shorter at 1,800 meters or 9 furlongs. This one saw another Brazilian rider, Sandro Paiva, get it done for Abu Bakr Daoud on Al Sanad. He beat out Burhan Al Wathba in the process by about a nose. Farouk AW was back in third for Yas Racing. Charlie Bennett was aboard the runner-up, and Connor Beasley aboard the third-placed horse.
Burhan Al Wasbar, the leader, though. He's got a winning break at the moment from Al Sanad, who's now starting to motor here in the late stages with 100 to go. Burhan Al Wasbar getting tired. Al Sanad with every stride mowing him down. Al Sanad over the top and gets there in time, maybe. Maybe in the last stride, Al Sanad, big win after being taken out at the 300.
Third race of the evening at Al-Ain was a handicap for 0 to 85 rated 4-year-old and up UAE bred Pure Arabians. This was worth 70,000 dirhams and was over 1,800 meters or 9 furlongs. This one was a domination by Khalid Khalifa Al Nabudo, who finished 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the race, with AF Mukrej, the expected favorite of the 4, running well to win. He just beat out AF Al Sarem, AF Al Abadi, and AF Al Motamen. Marcelino Rodriguez was aboard the runner-up. The winner is a 9-year-old who is winning for the 9th time in 37 starts.
AFL Abadi, AFL Sarum still trying to close here in the late stages. Mukrej no good thing, but still paddling away. The outside challenging AFL Sarum, AF Mukrej trying ever so hard. The line comes, maybe gets there just.
The fourth race of the evening was a maiden for 4-year-old Pure Arabian, 70,000 on the line, and over a mile or 1,600 meters. This one saw yet another Brazilian jockey, Silvestre de Sousa, get it done, this time with Saud, wearing those Yas Racing colors of His Highness Sheikh Mansour. Majid Al-Jahori trains this one, who won by about 6 lengths in the process, beating out Ludo de la Garde.
It's Asmahan and Ludo de la Garde. They've swallowed up Asmahan here in the late stages, who's trying to fight off Safi, who runs on also. But it's going to be all in the late stages Sood, who comes clear to run well and win, and does it by 5 lengths.
Fifth race of the evening was a handicap for 0 to 75 rated Pure Arabians, 4-year-olds and up, 70,000 on the line, and over that same 1,600 meters or a mile. The Yas Racing Colors got a second win of the night with a different trainer this time. Jean-Claude Picou trained Marwan Al Wathba. Kais Al Busaidi was aboard for the victory, which was about a length and a quarter over Mukhalad. Najib, also wearing those Yas Racing colors, this one for Eric Lamartinel, finished a good third.
Watira swallowed up now by Marwan Al Wathbar and Mukhalad. Hathla was next, Watira. Then came Najib. It's up in front though. Marwan Al Wathbar and Mukhalad. Marwan Al Wathbar and Mukhalad firing off here in the late stages, and it's Marwan Al Wathbar. Marwan Al Wathbar a length on the line, beats home Mukhalad.
The sixth race of the evening and the co-feature of the night was a handicap for 85 plus rated 4-year-old and up Pure Arabians, 85,000 dirhams on the line, this one also over that 1,600 meter mile. And yet again, of course, it was those Yas Racing colors continuing their domination of the card, this time with Tariq. Silvestre de Sousa got his second win of the evening, as did trainer Majid Al-Jahori. He won by just about a length over multiple Group 1 winner Hayab Al-Zaman in second for Fauzi Nass and Audrey de Vries. Belizam, himself a group winner on the turf, ran well in the dirt this time for Sandra Pava to finish third for Ali Abdawi.
Tarek onto the dirt here this evening, now breaks clear by a length from Rams Muscat. Hiyab El Zaman finding a little bit more. Then came SS is Dubai. It's Tarek though. Tarek the one to chase. Hiyab El Zaman trying to spoil the party. Tarek from Hiyab El Zaman trying very hard inside the 50-metre mark. It's Tarek and Hiyab El Zaman. Tarek onto the dirt. There's a dirt win for him.
The seventh race of the evening was a not 265 rated 4-year-old nut purebred Arabian affair, 70,000 dirhams on the line, going 7 furlongs or 1,400 metres around that right-handed big sweeping bend at Al-Ain. This one saw a second win of the night for Tai Gaucher, Ernst Hertel, and the black and silver colours at Kalaklev Anabuda. This time the victor was AF Hakuma, who beat out Rouhani by just under 2 lengths. Malik Aliz was back in third.
Rouhani from AF Hakuma. Rouhani still sticks on. Next was AF Musalat, Malik Aliz. Rouhani getting a little bit tired up in front here. AF Hakuma, though, paddling away the outside and slightly doing the better here in the final part. AF Hakuma from Rouhani, Malik Aliz. AF Hakuma, he's going to paddle across the line, but he's going to go on and do enough. 2 lengths on the line from Rouhani.
And the final race of the evening and the big feature of the night was the first leg of the famed Al-Ain Marathon Series. This one is technically a handicap for 65 plus rated 5-year-old nut purebred Arabians, 110,000 dirhams on the line, and over 3,200 meters or 2 miles. This one was a slugfest from the get-go as Ma'ali Al-Shahaniya definitely won this one nicely over Uday and ES Abu Musa. Sharik was back and forth with Oxford in 5th. This one was a test for the stamina, and the tests only get farther as we go on in the series. Sylvester de Sousa got his 3rd win of the night, Saeed Al-Shamsi got his 2nd.
Abu Mawasa finding a little bit more here in the late stages. Mali El Shahaniya the leader. Uday pegging him back in the late stages here. 200 left to go. Mali El Shahaniya needs the post. Here is Uday sneaking up the outside. Mali El Shahaniya from Uday. Uday trying very hard, but Mali El Shahaniya's got him.
Now we head over to HQ at Meydan for 8 races on Friday evening. Action kicked off hot and heavy in the Azizi Ven as a handicap for 65 to 85 rated thoroughbreds 3-year-olds and up on the grass over 1 mile. This one was a repeat of a race we saw at Abu Dhabi a few weeks ago as Folk Festival and No Retreat got it done, with the former winning nicely under Bernardo Pinheiro for Salam Bigader and His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum. No Retreat, wearing those red colours of Sheikh Nasser's victorious racing, ran very well in 2nd and is definitely one to watch moving forward. Meanwhile, Shadwell's Tafrij for Ali Abdawi and Jim Crowley ran well to be 3rd.
It's the Ice Phoenix, the leader. Looking for an out now is King's Fountain. No Retreat coasting up on the outside here. No Retreat is bolting. No Retreat still with a length to pick up on King's Fountain, the Ice Phoenix. Then came Honest Desire from the back of the field. Tafrij. It's King's Fountain, but No Retreat fell for now. Oh no! It's Folk Festival. He's going to spoil the party again. Folk Festival over the top from nowhere.
Festival. It was a little bit of deja vu this time. You nabbed the horse last time for Fauzi's horse, and this time you really had him in your sights the entire time. Just take us through that final quarter.
You know, the horse improved after the first run, and he's a horse that have been improving, but he's a nice horse, nice descent horse. So from better 15, I have to be patient. If you know, I would finish 5-1 the whole way. Race, if you start the race, no much to do, unless that, you know. So of course, when I slip back, you know, I have a good look in the field, and I was with the eyes on No Retreat. That was my difference last time, but when I took him out, I saw him 2 lengths in front of me, 3 lengths with the hands down, but I still have plenty of horse, so I rode him very confident as the last time, and he ran home for me.
The second race of the night was the only purebred Arabian affair of the night, and a rare one to not go as the first race. This is the Azizi Wassel for non-winners at 2 4-year-old and up. Purebred Arabians, 110,000 on the line, over 1,600 meters on the dirt. Dropping a bit in class worked out just fine for Sandstorm, who ran in her first race with Ernst Hertel as the owner and the trainer. Tai Gaucher was aboard, giving her 2nd win in 13 starts. Safir was back in 2nd, with Kasu Hippolyte in 3rd. This mare is only 5 years old and definitely one to look forward to, especially now that she has switched to the dirt, which seems to be her preferred surface.
Up in front, Al-Fati now challenged by Sandstorm AA the outside. RX Burn finding plenty the outside here in the late stages. Then came Safir. Al-Fati's thrown up the white flag. It's Sandstorm AA. RX Burn. RX Burn, the one to chase along with Safir. Sandstorm AA, the mare continuing on with it. Sandstorm AA still with an advantage and goes on to win.
Actually, she's been so disappointing for me because for me, she's a champion. You know, I really love the horse, and every time she's been beaten, I've been mad at the jockeys. I've been, screaming, and she's been very unlucky. In Abu Dhabi, she's taken out the race a couple of times. So, she deserved this, and I think she'll build on it. She likes the dirt. She's bred for the dirt, and I think she'll go on from this.
And you really have never been afraid to throw her against really tough horses, and you could see today that she's probably moving that direction again?
Yeah, honestly, if you saw how she works, she can take on the best in my yard. And, I've always loved her, and I'm really pleased to keep her.
The first stakes of the evening was the Dubai Trophy. This was a conditions affair for 3-year-olds on the grass, and they were going 1,200 meters down the straight 6-furlong chute. It was a speed fest, of course, but the class of the race from the get-go was Symbol of Honor for Godolphin, Charlie Appleby, and William Buick. He won nicely, finishing up in a swift 108.27. Dark Saffron, who set the pace from the get-go, was very game in second. Connor Beasley was aboard the runner-up for Aqib bin Harmish. Rebel Diamond, coming in from Qatar, ran well to be third for James Doyle and Alban de Mule.
It's Dark Saffron, the leader, who comes into the straight and claims Jungle Drums. Up on the outside, presenting with a challenge here, Symbol of Honor. It's Dark Saffron, Symbol of Honor now starting to level up. Not getting there as quick as you'd hope so, but Symbol of Honor now takes the lead from Dark Saffron. Rebel Diamond, Symbol of Honor, very, very raw here in the late stages of the race, but goes on to take out the Dubai Trophy. Symbol of Honor coming clear to win by 2.5. Did enough to win. Dark Saffron second over from Rebel Diamond.
Symbol of Honor, obviously no surprises there. He went through the motions for you. Was there any worry at all, or any hesitance to really ask him for everything?
The race set up nicely for him, Michael. Again, very much like last time, and he didn't have Westake come running that late this time, but he's just a very straightforward horse, and every time you ask him, he picks up in many ways. He probably could have done with some competition, later on. But look, he's a solid horse, and he's really turned into a professional now. So he's still got a way to go to figure in the top races back home. And obviously he's got a long way to go before he gets there. But I see the team mapping out a nice route for him.
The flat ground seems to suit him well as well. Do you think he'd be one that maybe follow the Charlie's team over to the States?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. I mean, he's done so well with all sorts of horses in America that I wouldn't. He could possibly run a 2-turn mile in America. Who knows? So I think he'll get 7 furlongs in Europe. So we'll see. That's quite way ahead, but I'm sure there'll be discussions about that.
The fourth race of the evening was a non-winners of 2 for 3-year-olds on the dirt, 175,000 on the line, out of that chute of the 1,600-meter mile. This one was one to look forward to as far as the 3-year-olds who might be moving on to races like the Al Basakia or even the UAE Derby in the future, and that is exactly what we saw in Moonblade, who gave Marwan Al-Badi his first win ever at Meydan. Audrey de Vries was aboard the winner and beating out Port Orton in second. The Galactic Star, the favourite in the market, ran well to be third in only his second start.
They've gone under 12 here for the last 4 furlongs, and it's up in front here, Poet Orton, who tries to steal it up in front here with D'Souza. Galactic Star running on with Moonblade. It's Poet Orton, though, continuing on with it up the fence. Poet Orton getting a winning break here in the late stages. Moonblade trying ever so hard to eat into the margin, cutting into the margin now in the late stages. Poet Orton getting very, very tired. Here's Moonblade over the top, right there in a nick of time. Beats home Poet Orton.
I mean, that's very exciting. Winning in Meydan, it's a different feeling, honestly. Actually, it's not his first time out. it's his second. He didn't get. It wasn't a good experience in Jebel Ali. He wasn't familiar with the gate, so I laid him off for a couple of weeks and schooled him in the gate for until the gate crew were happy with him, and gave him a little bit of kickback in the morning, and I'm glad it turned up like this today.
Seems like you're just really reveling in the moment. You're leading the horse around, so proud. Obviously, this is a huge moment for you. Just talk about being here in front of this grandstand and getting it done at Meydan.
I mean, waking up in the morning every day until late nights is for these kind of days. I mean, there's no better feeling than what's happening right now.
And you got a little bit of a future ahead of him. You got some races that you might want to try to get into. Any idea where you're going?
I mean, it looks like he can go. He can stretch up a little bit. Maybe the best here. Okay. Maybe. It depends on how he comes out of the race. I mean, the good thing that I'm the owner, so if I'm not happy with him, I won't run him.
The fifth race of the evening was the second stakes of the night. This was the Lord Glitters handicap, named after the famed Group 1 winner here at Meydan and World Traveling Grey. The handicap was a 90 to 110 race for 350,000 dirhams on the line, and over the same 9-furlong turf course that Lord Glitters indeed loved. It was no surprise here, as big favourite Arabian Light backed up his favouritism for William Buick, Charlie Appleby and Godolphin, giving them all their second win of the evening. He beat out a very game Jamie Osborne-trained Sean in second. Audrey DeVries was aboard the runner-up, with the final margin of victory being a half-length. Stormy Ocean well outran his odds here, finishing a good third for Connor Beasley and Aqua bin Harmish.
Up in front at the 750, Kaladasa rolls them along here, and it is 11.35, 11.73. Pace is moderate enough here in the Lord Glitters handicap. Half a length on Hans Anderson. Mountbatten's been three deep and punching. Arabian Lights had the run of the race, but will need to pop off at some stage. Then came Movie Maker from next in running Mo Nada, Lana Cash and Silver Sword, three back the inner. Sean Sweats on a run along with his stable compatriot in Uzo, looking for inside passages with Native American. Runs outside from Jeff Coons, and Galen tries to get warm as Arabian Light hits the lead here in the Lord Glitters handicap. Kaladasa can do no more. Here's Sean flying home in the late stages. He's got out with enough time. Arabian Light having to be very brave here in the Lord Glitters handicap. Sean trying ever so hard, but Arabian Light Godolphin wins the Lord Glitters handicap again.
Well, he got back a bit the first day, and he was a bit slow away again today, but I just managed to get him up into that sort of box seat position. I had to work to get to there a little bit, but I was able to do it, and it was just all a lot smoother for him. He probably just got a bit lonely in front later on, and I think he's a horse that he's not the finished article yet. He's still learning, and I hope there's more to come from him. I don't see him as a horse who's crying out for a step up in trip. I think this probably is around about his trip, possibly a stronger on miles. So, we'll see. I'm sure Charlie and the team will look at where he's at and see how after he's today, and possibly there'll be some options for him back in the UK.
The sixth race of the evening was the Azizi Riviera, a handicap for 75 to 95 rated 4-year-old and up thoroughbreds on the grass and over 1,200 meters, that same sprint that we saw earlier with the 3-year-olds. This one was won impressively in a 1-2 finish for Bhupat Simar, as Power Mode beat out Jungle Mac. Final margin of victory was a dominant 3 lengths, with Tygo Shea aboard the winner, a son of Speightstown. Thunder of Niagara himself, an Outcause alum in the past, ran well to be third.
It's Jungle Mac who works through to the lead along with Silky Wilkie. Then came Desert Safari, Waleef in fourth. Next in running there was Olympic Candle, tracked in turn by Thunder of Niagara, working through with Mr. Sketch. Topper Bill also running well into the event here in the late stages, along with Jamira Bay. Then came Batwan, Pen Portrait getting laid all over. Harvest Gold out the back with Action Point. Taking over the running Power Mode from Topper Bill. Action Point stays on the near side. Jungle Mac next from Kalbarg. Thunder of Niagara, it's Power Mode though. Power Mode out by 3 lengths here in the final part of the race. Jungle Mac stays on with Kalbarg. Topperville trying to find a spot in the minor placings, but they will not catch Power Mode. Power Mode away and gone in the Azizi Riviera.
Speightstown been such a great stallion for us, and in fact he was a yearling when I was in TaylorMade, so I've got a long association with Speightstown and been very, very nice and kind to us. His half sister was with us, Nafas, and I really liked her. And I saw him in France in the 2-year-old sale in Arcana. Really liked him and just somehow couldn't afford him. And then he found his way back to us.
It was meant to be. And just second run here, were you expecting this much of an improvement?
You know, he got no run, unfortunately, in Abu Dhabi. And even the horse who ran second, Jungle Mac, he ran a very good race. So it's great that we had first and second, and Opulence Herbert sent us 4 horses, and it's good to get them on the board. And you know, local Creator Racing, they're a great supporter of UAE racing, so it's good to get a winner for them.
The 7th race of the night was the Burj Azizi Handicap 85 to 105 rated 3-year-old and up thoroughbreds on the dirt, 300,000 on the line, and this one over 2,000 meters, the same course and distance as our famed Dubai World Cup. El Yabri, a son of American Pharaoh, was not lacking for stamina as he sat right behind under a perfectly timed Richard Mullen ride from Musalba Al Nahari, their first team up this season, and a successful one at that. Winning by a length, he beat out Book Review into second with Go Soldier Go, an Al Bastakia winner in the past, finishing well to be third.
First Constitution is the first one to be shaken up. Prince Rue's deeper out. Never Show Weakness has been in the cheap seats the whole way. Al Yabri sneaks through the inner. Then came Mendelssohn Bay, who's close enough to pounce, followed by Violent Justice, who's working through at pace. Then came Bass Note, Go Soldier Go, New London dropping out, followed by Burst Forest Falcon, La Resh, and best of the rest was Azan. Up in front, it's Book Review giving a kick from Al Yabri, who tries to fight Mendelssohn Bay, looking for a way clear. Prince Rue's next from Never Show Weakness. Al Yabri up on the outside of Book Review. These two pair off in the final part of the race here. It's Al Yabri, though, staving them off here in the final part. Al Yabri, a deserved win. Wins the Burj Azizi by a length.
He was a bit sluggish away. He got a little bit G'd up in front of the start there, you know. A lot of music, a lot of things going on, and he just got himself a little bit upset there, and he was a bit slow into the stride. But like I said to Tom there, you know, luckily they didn't go that hard early on, and it was able me to sort of just get back into a position. I was able to slot down the fence and track Xavier through, and he travelled really well. And when I got him into the clear, turning in, you know, he was a willing partner. He showed great resilience, because I went to go and win the race easy. And in fairness, the second horse battled back at me. You know, my lad had to be tenacious and tough, and he was everything bar that, you know.
And he looks to be a sort of, he is pretty genuine out there, as long as you have him in the position to win.
I think so, Jörg. I think he likes that hustle and bustle. He's a big horse, so he can take it. So I think it kind of sets him alight, and then when he gets it clear, he has that one go at them. And yeah, he's a very tough and genuine horse, and you know, he's still at the right end of the handicapper, so hopefully there's more to come from him.
And the last race of the UAE weekend was the stakes itself, the Vizierabad Handicap, named after the famous 3-time Dubai Gold Cup winner. This one, of course, was a staying affair over 12 furlongs, or 2,410 meters, one circuit of the Meydan turf course. A handicap for 85 to 105 rated horses, it was won by Godolphin, but this time not William Buick. It was Mikhail Barcelona and Royal Power, giving Charlie Appleby his third win of the evening. El Cordobés, the favourite under William Buick, ran on well to be second, beaten out by just about ahead at the wire. Intricacy with Connor Beasley for Simon and Ed Crisford ran exceptionally for third.
Dahabi's on the box seat, but as they reel off the bend, he's now exposed on the inside. Goya Senora was next from El Cordobés. Intricacy's caught a little flat-footed. He's had to go the wide way and long way home. Thundering works through runners with the lightweight. Then came Royal Power. And a Sail is still last, and will have to come past every run of these and potentially inside them as well, as he works through now. It is El Cordobés who hits the lead from Max Mayhem. Deeper out, Intricacy starts to level up the outside, along with deeper out Royal Power, Wafai, and Thundering works through. El Cordobés up in front, but he's no good thing here. Stablemate on the outside. Royal Power presents with a challenge here. Godolphin 1 and 2, but it's going to be Barcelona the outside. Royal Power.
Now let's take a look at these UAE Championship standings. Among the owners, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Rashid Al Maktoum maintains his lead, but just barely over His Highness Sheikh Mansour's Yas Racing. He has 28 victories to 27 for Yas Racing. Khalid Khalifa Al Nabuda had a great weekend and is up to 21 and maintaining third. In fourth was Godolphin, who continues to climb, striking at 20.3% and 13 victories. And in fifth place, we have Al Ajban Stables with their 11 victories. Among the trainers, 20% striking, Michael Costa leads the way with 28 victories. He's only 2 ahead of Musaba Al-Mahari, who has 26 and is striking at 16% for the season. Defending champion and 2-time of the last 3 years winner, Bhupat Seymour, has 25 and is surely one to watch moving forward. Ernst Hertel had another great weekend, moving his mark to 24 victories in 4th. And Ibrahim Al-Hadrami has 18 victories and rounds out the top 5. Among the Jockeys Championship, we have Ty Gaucher, who had a big weekend and pulled 7 clear of Connor Beasley. He has 35 victories now, with Connor Beasley back to 28. And Sylvester de Sousa slowly creeping up after his multi-win days with 27. Sylvester may be the one to watch to challenge. We shall see. It might be a 3-horse race to the wire. Bernardo Pinheiro is back in 4th with 22 victories, and Ben Cohen, also with 22, is back in 5th with fewer seconds than Bernardo. Announced this week are the likely runners for the Saudi Cup meeting. We have over $30 million on the line, including the $20 million Saudi Cup itself. Here's a list of some of the horses that are going to be running from the UAE. Group 1 winners Jafar and RB Kingmaker will be representing the UAE on Friday in the Group 1 $1.5 million Al Manifa Cup for purebred Arabians on the turf. One day later, we have our famous Baraka, 2-time runner-up in the Kahela, who'll be running in the Abaya Arabian Classic, $2 million and one of the biggest races for Arabians in the world. That's over 10 furlongs on that dirt course in Riyadh. 3-year-olds will be in the Saudi Derby worth $1.5 million, a Group 3 affair, where South American Group 1 winner Justina will represent Julio Alasquaga, and our own Golden Vacoma over Akmal bin Harmish, the winner of the UAE 2000 Guineas, will be heading there off that big win. Second biggest race of the meeting is the Group 2 $2.5 million Red Sea Turf Handicap. This is one of the top handicaps in the world and a staying affair over 3,000 meters, and will feature Bhupat Seymour trained Trafalgar Square making his first run for New Connections. He was last seen finishing 2nd in the Prix Chardonnay on Arc Weekend and was purchased for $1.2 million soon after. And last but not least, the biggest of the week is going to be Laurel River and Walk of Stars, both representing Bhupat Seymour in the $20 million Saudi Cup. Laurel River, of course, was the winner of the Dubai World Cup last year, and he is one to definitely watch moving forward, especially off of his devastating nose loss in the firebreak on January 26th. January 26th was the big day for stablemate Walk of Stars, who won the Group 1 Al Maktoum Challenge under Ty Gaucher. He will now go on to the big affair in Saudi with a big chance. Lastly, let's look at what's coming up this week here in the UAE. On Thursday the 13th, we go back to Al-Ain for some fixtures there. On the 14th at Meydan, we have a plethora of handicaps and wide-open affairs. On the 15th, we have one of the biggest days at Jebel Ali, including the Jebel Ali Sprint and Jebel Ali Mile on Saturday. And we round out the week in the capital at Abu Dhabi on the 16th for a big day of racing on the grass, including a $1 million Group 1 purebred Arabian affair. We thank you for tuning in and hope to see you here next week on Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphson. You've been great, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and may all your photo finishes be winning ones.